something meaningful, say something I don't know. I wanna know you better. The way that you talk to me, the way that you make me feel, I don't know if you're real. I wanna put you in that spotlight, looking at you all night. Put you in that spotlight. Oh, you make me feel right. Wanna
Hello ladies and welcome to my channel. Today we are gonna be tackling first the playroom. So it's a playroom slash mudroom slash extra storage. So the first thing I need to do is tackle the fridge behind me. This is our second fridge and let's just say it just needs some attention because it has been neglected for a while. So I need to go over through the fridge behind me. Then I'm gonna go over the stuff that we have in the mudroom. We have a lot of winter jackets and all that, so we're not ready to part ways with that yet because it's, as I'm recording it, it's the end of February and we live in the Chicago area, so we are nowhere close to getting rid of it and switching to like more spring and summer, but we have a lot of stuff we don't use, so I want to go through that and then kind of go around the playroom and do a little bit of decluttering. Not a lot. I do a huge toy declutter at the end of December, so I just want to kind of go around, clean up a little bit, and then declutter anything that they have not been playing in the past 2 months. I'm obviously gonna ask them for their opinion, but I want to lay out those toys they're not playing with anymore, and then when they get back from school, ask them if they want to keep it or throw it away. So let's get cleaning, let's get decluttering, and probably a little bit of organizing as well. So this is what we are working with in the freezer and the fridge. This is basically the fridge and freezer we use for the extra stuff. So like extra milk, extra veggies that we have. You're gonna see some like adult beverages in here as well because we rarely ever drink. So we have probably too many of those. And I just needed to go through all that plus the mudroom to see if there's anything that needs to be decluttered and just cleaned up and organized a little bit. It has been getting a little out of control. And here is the rest of the playroom, which is not actually too bad, but there are just some items that I want to stay on top of and make sure I take care of before it builds up to a point where it just starts to feel overwhelming.
I've been trying my best for a while, trying to please everyone who's around me. I've been putting on a fake smile, even though I'm wasting time. I don't want to be trapped in a box, trying to be like the rest when I'm not. I just want to go my own way, gonna let the past burn down. Cause honestly, don't wanna be stuck in boring conversations with you. I'm gonna leave.
And if you are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Marta. I am a full-time working mom of 2. And on my channel, you're gonna see a lot of videos about cleaning, organizing, decluttering, basically anything and everything with household management. Because I feel like as busy moms, we just sometimes need some systems and routines and just some motivation and encouragement along the way because there is just a lot of things that we are responsible for. And we each have those days or weeks where we just need some extra motivation and encouragement. So that is what I am here for. If you are new here, it would be awesome if you would subscribe to my channel. I would love to have you as part of this community. And if you are coming back, welcome back. So happy to have you here. As you can see, the fridge has been definitely a bit neglected. There is a lot of stuff that just has gathered on the bottom shelves. Like I said, this is where we keep extra stuff, but it has gotten to a point where some things were getting lost in there, meaning I didn't even know what I had. And I wanted to take out all the veggies and put them in our regular fridge in a kitchen so I can use them up. That's one of the areas where I need to get a little better with because I feel like I am buying too much and then I don't have a good system of using it all up. So which basically means I need to get better with meal planning and checking the inventory of what I have before I go grocery shopping. So let me know if you have a good system or a good routine for that already, or if you are still working on it, as I am right now.
It all behind, find myself, I'm gonna start over new. Yeah, I'm on my way now. 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 I'll be going away for a while. Oh, and I don't know what I'll find. Maybe I can be a rock star, playing songs on my guitar. I know I have to be somewhere else to be able to find myself. Shouldn't be so complicated. If I listen to my heart, I'm gonna leave it all behind.
And as I was cleaning that drawer where I keep onion, I noticed there's this sad looking what used to be a carrot. Kind of from far away, it looked like some sort of a tiny snake, which if I would live in Florida, I would probably freak out. But since we live in a Chicago area, I knew that was not the case. Um, but yeah, I keep my onion in a fridge, and I think that's something I'm supposed to be doing. I just don't have. I used to keep it in my basement. Um, it was just not a convenient place for it. So I am debating on buying like a little, not even a kitchen island, I don't want to call it a kitchen island, but just a little piece of furniture for my kitchen so I can put it in a corner and I can have like a bin for, or a basket for onion and a basket for potatoes. Because right now I keep them in the fridge and they're fine, but I know I have heard that onions lose taste or flavor, I should say, in a fridge. So let me know where you store yours. Do you have a little area in the kitchen? Do you have it somewhere else? I am curious of where you guys are storing your potatoes and your onion.
City lights are making me wanna be something else than I'm meant to. Spending time reminiscing of what it used to be, not letting go when I want to. Wishing I'd be all alone. I got these demons by my side, flying on the chemicals. Guess I'm not the lucky type. Trust me, you don't wanna know how it's night after night, night after night. Oh, searching after miracles, miracles. Oh yeah, night after night, night after night, night after
And in my freezer, there was just not too many of the things, but I know for some reason in this freezer, things go not bad, but they get like, um, what is it called? Like a frostbite. I don't even know what to call it. Like it's just too cold in there. So I need to use up some of those things. And I didn't record too much because it was just a hard angle to do it with. But I'm very happy with the results. So much cleaner, so much more space. And I just have to, like I said before, get into a better routine of checking both of my fridges and planning meals, starting with what I actually have. And then we moved on to the mudroom. So this is the area where we have technically this area is our playroom, but in the corner we have that fridge for extra, like I said, food storage, and then we have a little mudroom that I have created over the summer before the school year started because I noticed we just need something in there because that's where we change, that's the room from which we leave to go to the car, to the garage. So that's the mudroom we have created and it gets pretty packed during winter time. like I said before, we live in a climate that's just cold. We have winter for quite a few months out of the year. And then not only winter, but it's just kind of, we have very cold temperatures, then it goes to warmer, then it goes colder again. So we kind of alternate between a few different types of jackets for the winter time. So it's not like I can just have one. I could, but it's just something we have learned over the years that we just kind of need to have some options because the weather changes so much. So that was the area I was tackling next. And when I was creating the mudroom, I had bins that were kind of dedicated to a specific activity that the kids have. And as we were using that, I switched it around this time and had basically on the bottom, one bin is for my son, one for my daughter, and in the third one, you're gonna see is once I finish up that I store their rollerblades along with like all the protective equipment for them and their helmets for their bikes or rollerblades. So that's the system we're going with for now. We're gonna try it out, see how that works, but I think it's gonna just help a lot because I know my kids are constantly looking for their gloves, for their hats, and they just basically dump everything out of the bin so they can find it because they had all of the stuff in there. So this is the end result. It's probably still looking a little busy with all the jackets, but like I said, it's just is what it is. But those are the bins. This one is full because, like I said, it has a lot of stuff in it that's not being used that often. This is a bin for my daughter, and then the last bin is for my son with just all his stuff. And then it was time to move on to the rest of the playroom. So I wanted to just pick up some of the toys, which typically they clean after themselves, but I do like to get in here every once in a while to see if there are any things that needs to be basically trashed because they do a lot of like different types of projects and use different boxes and stuff. So I kind of need to stay on top of that and asking them, are you still playing with this or did you move on to another thing? So I just wanted to kind of finish up in this space and like I said, see if there is anything we can declutter.
You and me stuck on the ocean now, nothing but waves in this filling in. I wanna dry up but you just keep on going, don't you? I don't even know how we got here, all my reasoning have disappeared. I wanna bury the hatchet and find the way back to our home, our home, our home. We don't have to drift inside this dome. I will not let us fade away. It's not a price I wanna pay, and it's not too late. No, we lost our purpose, chasing all that surplus. You were all that I need. I feel that we can break free. We can still go back there to a place with no cares. We can turn this ship around. We can turn this ship around all the way back home.
So as I was working on the table, my son came over to pick up some of his projects to let me know what he's using, what he's not. One of the bags I was showing him was from Valentine's Day, and that was like 2 weeks ago that he brought in, and I don't think he ever went through all of it, or maybe he didn't just put it back in. So I told him that's one of the things he needs to go through. And then I asked him about some of the toys that he has throughout the playroom that he got for Christmas. He got a lot of like things to build, and he truly enjoys doing that. He likes to build things, he likes to assemble, do any kinds of experiments. But once he's done with it, he plays with it for a couple of weeks or sometimes a couple of months, depending. And then it kind of gets pushed away. He no longer is playing with it. So I wanted to ask him which ones he still wanted to keep, which ones he still enjoys playing with. And he was pretty good in letting me know. He kept one. He said, this is the one that I really want to play. The rest of them, he's like, I haven't played with in a few weeks, and I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna play with them anymore. So we got rid of those. You're gonna see once I'm done that we had quite a big of a pile. But this is exactly what I really wanna concentrate on moving forward, is checking on specifically on their toys, their games on a regular basis, so the playroom does not get overwhelming like it did before. So if you didn't see that, I had a video that I made after Christmas, declutter of toys, and that's when I was basically doing a huge purge of all the toys that they had and no longer played with. So right now we're trying to kind of maintain what we have and making sure that we do check on regular basis to see if the ones that they have kept that they are still playing with and want to keep. So let me know how often you guys go through the toys to see if anything needs to be decluttered.
Could be ourselves, didn't have much, but nevertheless we were true to each other, but now we don't even bother. I remember you being hopeful, but the tall waves have worn us down, and slowly we are drowned.
And this is the stuff we're getting rid of. So some trash and a lot of just cardboards that needed to be thrown away. Okay, we are on day 2, and I have most of the playroom cleaned up. I do have this little area right behind me that I need to go through, and then I'm gonna just finish the cleaning for the week in the living space. So I just wanna wipe down the appliances, vacuum, and wipe down all the surfaces and mop the floor. So let's go. So this is the area I'm talking about. There is not that much to do because those bins, they don't have anything to declutter. I did that in December. So but those 3 little areas, that's when I have some of the paperwork for kids. I need to put it away. And there are a few items that have gathered over here that I need to clean up as well.
Every change has a reason. Baby, let it come to you. Every soul, every season lives outside of status quo. If we stop believing we're meant to be expanding.
So basically that piece of furniture that I have that I'm decluttering and cleaning right now is, on the bottom they have different bins with some extra toys. That's where we put them. And the top 3 cubes, that's when I put their school stuff in. So something that they don't need to take every day, that's kind of where I have it. And one of them was, I think there was like phonics that my daughter was getting every day from school, and because those folders are so hard to put stuff in, I just kind of piled it up. So it was time to finally put it where it belonged. And as you can see, there was just stuff piled up on top of that bookcase or shelf that just needed to be looked through. So I had things that I needed to put in their bins as keepsakes. So at the end of the year, I have 1 bin for each child, and at the end of the school year, they go through it and tell me, to just basically pick their favorites, what they want to keep. There are some things that I want to keep because I really enjoy some of their projects, and then they pick whatever they want to keep and whatever they want to trash. So right now I'm just basically taking everything I took out from there and either trashing it or putting it in their bin. And I am finally putting up painting I did a long time ago in one of those, I think it's called paint by numbers or something like that. So I decided to put it up in a playroom because it has been basically standing somewhere against the wall for, I think, 2 or 3 years now. And the last thing on my list for that day was to basically get the rest of the living space cleaned up and ready for the week ahead. And one of the first things I had to do is to clean up after a science project my son was doing. He was figuring out which types of items are gonna rust in water the fastest. So he had a science fair a few days before that. So it was time to get rid of all this stuff, and we did keep his science project, like the display. I put that in his room, but we did throw away the one he did previous year. He was ready to let that one go, and he just wanted to kind of keep the newest one and get rid of the old one. So I think overall we're making a good progress of figuring out how to declutter in a way that works for us. And as I was wiping down my appliances, I did like open the oven and just kind of looked a little closer in few areas, and it definitely needs some deep cleaning. So that's gonna be one of the next things I am going to be doing in my house, is kind of doing a declutter of the kitchen. There are a few cabinets that need some decluttering, and the kitchen overall needs some deep cleaning. So I think it's going to be basically part of my spring cleaning this year, to really do a deep cleaning on my kitchen. And let me know, when do you guys start the spring cleaning? Because for me, I feel like it technically starts in winter, if I really want to do a good job. Because if I would wait for actual spring when it's nice and warm outside in the Chicago area, I would probably have to wait till May.
I've seen those faces, I've heard.
And one funny thing I noticed as I was cleaning is that gnome that was sitting on the TV stand. This was basically the only decoration I had for Valentine's Day. That one piece that right there behind me, or on my right side. I don't know, in previous years it was definitely more. It was never a lot for Valentine's Day, but for some reason, I just didn't even feel, not that I didn't want to decorate, I just did not want to be bothered with the extra clutter. I do like to put Christmas decorations, and I will probably put a little bit more for Easter. But ever since I started like really decluttering a few months ago, I don't know, I like it better with much less decorations. So let me know if you are the type of person who really likes to put out a lot of decorations for all different types of like holidays, or are you more on the minimal side when it comes to that? I don't think there is a right or wrong. I love seeing when people decorate their houses for different occasions. It's just, it's one thing to look at other people's houses and like the decorations, and it's another one to actually do the same thing in your house. So let me know which one you are.
'Cause you want dollar bills right now, but you gotta work real hard. I
And that will be it for this video. I didn't get to mopping that day. I did it the following day. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it gave you some motivation, some encouragement to go after the messes, the clutter in your house. And thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.
To be easy, so let your guard down.